On January 1st, 2026, Zohran Mamdani took the oath of office on the steps of City Hall, becoming the 112th mayor of New York City, the city's first Muslim and Asian American mayor and the first from the borough of the Queens. He was 34, but what made him remarkable wasn't just who he was, it was how openly he said what he believed. At a moment when most politicians hedge, Mamdani ran and won as an open democratic socialist, and he never softened that label once he had power. At his 100 days rally, he told supporters, "I was elected as a democratic socialist and I will govern as a democratic socialist." That plain refusal to bend is really the exception people around the world have applauded. Most politicians trim their positions once they reach office. Mamdani largely didn't. He kept communicating directly with the public, often on social media rather than through the traditional political machine. A single post rallying volunteers during a winter storm recruited thousands of snow shovelers within days. Another video about the city's emergency alert system pulled in more than 50,000 new subscribers in a week. People weren't watching a politician issue press releases. They were watching someone talk to them like a person. That directness shaped his agenda too. Mamdani built his mayoralty around affordability. In his first months, he helped secure a $1.2 billion investment in universal childcare, including 1,000-seat expansion of 3K with full-day 2K promised for the first time in city history. His administration recovered over $9 million in restitution for workers, expanded protected time off for 4.3 million workers, and delivered $34 million in tenant repairs and settlements. He pushed through a rent freeze on regulated apartments and announced the city would open its own city-owned grocery store starting in East Harlem, with one planned for every borough by the end of his first term. Smaller wins followed too. By day 100, his team had rolled out 2,000 daycare seats in low-income neighborhoods and filled 100,000 potholes citywide, even turning repairs into public theater with WNBA star Natasha Cloud, letting residents vote on which neighborhood fixes the mayor should personally show up for. It hasn't all gone smoothly. 6 months in, observers called him a generational talent with charisma that's off the charts, but also pointed to real missteps, including a failed threat to raise property taxes when he didn't get his way on taxing the wealthy. He's also had to navigate an uneasy relationship with the federal government led by a president ideologically opposed to almost everything he stands for. But that tension is part of the appeal. A democratic socialist mayor governing America's largest city without disguising who he is resonated with people far beyond New York. He became a symbol, not because of one policy, but because he represents something increasingly rare, a politician who says what he means and keeps saying it once he's in power.